Good morning, grand rising, and welcome to your tomorrow that God granted to you because He kept you through the night. Welcome back, guys. Welcome to AM with Kim, where I'm going to give you a little bit of morning motivation to start your day. Well, not start your day today because I'm a little bit late. It's like 10:15. I slept in a little bit. But it's still the morning. So it's morning motivation. Thank you to you guys who tuned in yesterday and are back today. Thank you very much. And if today is your first day, welcome. I'm just giving a little bit of nuggets of wisdom, sharing a quote and gleaning how it, resonates with me. And that's it. Just sharing a little bit of motivation to get your day going. Because sometimes we need a little pick me up. And that's what I'm here for. So we're going to get started. But before we get started, if you have not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. I'm trying to build my numbers, y'all. Hit the notification bell so that you can be notified when I upload the new videos, and like the video. And if you feel so compelled to, something resonates with you, leave a comment. And then finally, share it with your family or friends. Because if it can bless somebody else, then do your part in blessing somebody. All right. So thank you for tuning in. Get your coffee, get your smoothie, get your tea, get your oatmeal, whatever it is you have, and sit with me, ride with me, however you listening. I can keep it long. I kept it long yesterday, but I'm gonna try to keep it shorter today. So our quote for today says, "Fear has two meanings: forget everything and run, or face everything and rise. The choice is yours." I'm gonna say that one more time. Fear has two meanings: forget everything and run, or face everything and rise. The choice is yours. Y'all, the choice is ours to let fear have a grip on us, or to say, you know what, I'm going to stand up in the face of this fear and I'm going to meet this challenge, whatever it is. Or I'm going to be bold and I'm going to take this risk no matter what the outcome is. Because guess what? If you take the risk, and you let your faith be bigger than your fear, and you take that risk, then you've won. Even if you don't get the answer you want, even if the outcome is not what you want, you still win because you didn't allow fear to hold you back. You didn't allow fear to have the final say. You took that leap of faith and you tried it. And if it worked, great, good for you. Guess what? You let your faith be bigger than your fear. If it didn't work, guess what? You still won because you let your faith be bigger than your fear and you tried. So don't get caught up in the end result. Like, oh, what's going to happen at the end? Don't worry about it. If your heart is moved to do something and that's what you want to do it. Even if you don't get the results that you want. Because the key here, and I think, with God is that, did you have the faith to even do it? Did you have the faith? He says, faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. So your faith is saying, you know what? I'm believing that I'm going to get this thing, or I'm going to have this thing, or I'm going to go to this place, or I'm going to achieve this thing. And even if I can't see it, I can still have that hope. I can still know that, you know what? God's word is real. And if He said it, then it is so. So we gotta have, that faith. I used to ride around, and I don't have it anymore, but I'm gonna go back to it. I used to keep a little small bag, and I would have a mustard seed in there, because God said all we need is a mustard seed of faith. We just need that little bit of faith, because that little bit of faith will supersede that big giant fear. So if you have that little tiny bit of faith, it can move that mountain. It can get it out of your way. It can give you peace of mind. So, our faith has to be bigger than our fear. I remember one of my mother's friends telling her, because my mother, and I got it from her. Thank you, Mom. I appreciate the boldness. I'm not always bold. I don't always act in my boldness because I don't like the outcome. I don't like to hear no's and all of that. But I understand a no and I can accept a no, but I'd rather win. But going back to my mother, she was a risk taker. And one of her friends would always tell her, girl, you God's favorite. And I'd be like, no, she's not His favorite, but she is favored. And she's favored because she had the faith to do the things that looked ridiculous to everybody else. It's sort of like Noah building that ark until it rained. So, you know what? You just got to have the faith to say, you know what? I'm going to stomp on the head of this fear, because God didn't give us a spirit of fear. He gave us the power and love and a sound mind. Hold on to that sound mind and that power. And then everything, being infused with love. And you're going to beat the fear. You're going to beat the fear. Fear can be gripping at times. But it's good sometimes, because fear pushes you too. If you allow it to push, it pushes you to where you need to be. But initially it's like, ooh, I don't know if I want to do this. Like, I'm scared. You know what? It's okay. I tell my kids, and I tell my son, I tell my students, it's okay to be fear. Have a little bit of fear, because the fear starts that adrenaline movement. It's not okay to be scared, because scared paralyzes you. So fear, a little bit of fear is okay, if you make your faith bigger than that. So that fear is like, am I going to move? Am I going to move? But then that faith says, girl, get your butt up and get going. Get your butt up and start facing whatever it is you want to face. So it's about tapping into that faith, y'all, and believing God for his word. He said his word will not return to him void. If you say, if it's aligned, well, let me just preface that. If it's in alignment with his will and you speak it, he said it's so. It's gonna be. But I mean, you can't be like, oh Lord, I want me a Maserati, and you're supposed to drive a Hyundai. You just take your Hyundai and drive it on to work and do what you do. But it's aligned with his will. So if it's in his will, and you take that faith and you step towards it, you're gonna get it. He said it. It is so. So don't be crippled by fear. Let the fear move something in you. Absolutely. Let it move something in you. Let it give you that push that you need to just step out there, and then get grounded in the spiritual part of, because it's the natural part is what keeps us back. That spiritual part is going to be like, you know what, girl, you all right. You can do this. Go for it. And that is the thing. Putting that natural man or woman down and saying, you know what? My spirit woman, my God said this, and it is so. So fear has no place. It has no place with being a barrier. Fear is good to get you moving. It's good to get you going, to give you that initial push, but it should not cripple you. It should not. Because that's when you tap into your faith. You gotta really tap into faith. And I say all that to say, because guess what? In order to tap into your faith, and in order to believe God and hold him at his word, because his word is not here, man that's gonna lie. He said it, it is so. However, you can't beat that fear and have that faith if you're not in your word. If you're not studying, if you're not reading, if you're not going to church and getting your word, you're not having your own prayer time and your own worship time. Because guess what? If you're waiting to get everything you need just on Sunday, you're gonna have this little minuscule faith. But the more you're reading, the more you're studying, the more you're praying, the more you're worshiping, the more you're walking in that faith, the bigger your strength comes, the bigger your prayers become. Because guess what? You can start giving back. Because guess what? God wants to know that you know that he said it. So if you start praying his word back to him, he's going to be like, okay, look at you, Kim. Here you go. Because I know what I know, because I'm in my word, because I'm praying, because I'm doing the things I'm supposed to do, and I'm giving back God his word. He said, okay, you heard me. Here you go. So the fear, it's going to come. It is going to come. However, the faith is going to win. Oh, you got to have that little mustard seed. And once you start building up your faith, and you can sit a little bit taller, you can talk a little more boldly, you can speak to those mountains and they will move. They will move. But it's all in here. It's that power. You got to tap into that power. You got to have that sound mind, and you got to be ready to do what it is you need to do to be all that you can be. So I'm telling you now, fear has no place. Faith over fear will get you what you need. So that's my motivational moment this morning. I hope it helps somebody. I hope it helps somebody today. So be encouraged, and know that you can do what you set your mind to do if you let your faith be bigger than your fear. That's it. That's all, y'all. I am going to leave you with my charge. I tell every day, be good to somebody today. Be gracious, be kind, extend a helping hand, do a good deed. And all of those things are free. They don't cost you money. They just cost you a little bit of time and compassion. So everybody be good to at least one person today. Be the reason why at least one person smiles today. And when you're being good to somebody, make sure you're being good to yourself, because you can't pour from an empty cup. Take care of yourself. Have a blessed and beautiful day on purpose. And just speak life and speak love. All right, y'all. So until this evening with PM with Kim, I'm going to see you later. Have a beautiful day. Peace and blessings from my heart to yours. See you.